Hi everyone, myself Vamsi Krishna. In this session, we are going to see how to install Minikube and how to deploy Nginx on the Minikube setup. Before starting with that, why do we need Minikube? Minikube is commonly described for people to get some hands-on experience with Kubernetes by managing a cluster locally. It can also be used in day-to-day development tasks. And one more thing, does Minikube require Docker? Yes, Kubernetes running inside the Minikube VM actually uses Docker to run all the containers. So when you create Kubernetes objects, example pods, then you can use the Docker CLI to view the underlying containers that have been created. You might want to do this for troubleshooting or debugging purpose. Let us get started with the implementation steps. Launch instance. I'm going to create Amazon Linux 2 and we'll do the steps one by one. Amazon Linux MI. I'm taking T2.x large, 4 CPUs and 16 GB memory. You can take less than that also. Uh, One second. Okay. You can take minimum of 2 cores also. Okay. But I'm taking 4 CPUs and 16 GB memory so that if I want, I can run multiple applications as well. Launch. This is my key pair. If anyone wants to practice Kubernetes, right, in their development machines, instead of creating EKS cluster or something, Minikube is an excellent thing to start with. Copy this session, message. This is the remote host. Specify username, EC2 user, use private key. Click on OK. Okay, let me walk you through the steps before I am doing something. Okay, first thing is we need to install kubectl. Okay, let us install kubectl. Before that, switch to root. Sudo -i install kubectl. Perfect. Once kubectl is installed, change the permissions and move it to user local. Perfect. If you want to see the kubectl version, you can say kubectl version. If you want, you can set it as export path equal to dollar path colon slash user local bin. Okay, it is in connection repos, that is a different thing. Let me do the second step. Second step is changing permissions of binaries and move to the user folder. This is also done. Third step is we need to install Docker. There are so many ways to install it. The instructions whatever I have is for RHEL8. As I'm using Amazon Linux 2, I can directly install Docker. Okay, yum install Docker will install Docker for me. And once Docker is installed, I will start Docker service. Perfect. Let us start Docker service. Service Docker start. Okay, this is done. Now once Docker is installed, you need to install Minikube. Okay, let us install Minikube as well. Just download and set it in here. Minikube is also done. And next thing what you can do is you can say minikube start VM driver none. This is the command to start minikube cluster. Just say minikube start hyphen VM driver none. Okay. It says Kubernetes requires contract package to be installed on the root path. That's why install contract connection track or something. Just run this. This is done. Now say minikube start VM driver none. This is starting. See, it is creating kubeadm, kubelet, kubectl, everything. This will create a cluster for us. Perfect. This is done. If you want, you can check minikube status. Minikube status. Sorry, spell mistake. Minikube status. Okay. Minikube is up and running. API server is running. Kube config is configured. Host is running. Control plane is running. Kubelet is running. Everything is running. Now you can start running your kubectl commands. Let me run the first one. Okay. You can run in terms of manifest files, or you can run with plain commands. Kubectl create deployment hyphen image name is nginx application. If you want, you can see it. Kubectl get deployment is done. Kubectl get pods is also running, and then we need to expose this as a node port type. Okay, you can expose the deployment and mention the type as node port, so that it will expose some port number on this, and we can allow that in the security groups, and we can see the response. Okay, now see this kubectl get service. Okay, it is allowing which port number? 32668. We need to allow this in the security group. Go here, go to the security group, open 32668. Security group ID, edit inbound rules, add rule 32668, custom. This is the block. Click on save rules. Now copy server IP and allow colon 32668. Perfect. We are able to see nginx. Not only nginx, let's say this can also be done in YMLs. Let me show you how to do that in YMLs. Delete the service and deployment. Delete service. This is the service. Delete. Next, delete deployment. Delete deploy nginx. Deployment is nginx hyphen application. Okay, delete this. Fine. Now we can create a YML, manifest YML. We can deploy through that as well. Let me show you that. Nginx deployment YML. We can create in terms of YML files also. Let us copy this. Then vi nginx hyphen deployment. Here we mentioned two replicas, so that two pods matching the template it will run, and this is the one. Save this. Now use kubectl apply hyphen f nginx hyphen deployment. Now also you can see the deployment. Get deployment. Okay, we have deployments up and running. It shows 2 pods are running. You can verify the pods as well. Perfect. This is through YML. Now we need to expose this through YML for service as well. Okay, let me show you that. kubectl service node port. Okay, load balancer will not work for this. We need to use node port. We'll copy the YML for the node port. Okay, Control F. Okay, if you see node port exposes the service on each node's IP at static port. That is the reason we are going to use node port. Load balancer, we just need some cloud provider load balancer. As it is normal EC2, I'm not doing that. I will just do with node port. Let me copy this. This is the one. Okay, copy this. Before running, let me show you. We have to match the template. Cat nginx hyphen deployment. The name is app nginx. Okay, we need to match nginx. This is nginx. This is nginx hyphen service, and I'll run on which port, whatever already allowed, right? I'll run on the same port so that we don't want to add again. Already which port it is running. We allowed some static port. What is that port? 32668. I'll allow that. 32668. Okay. Port is 80. Target port is 80. And node port is 32668. You can run like this as well. Let us copy this and create file here. Vi nginx hyphen service.yaml. Paste it here. This is perfect. Now run this service. kubectl apply hyphen f nginx hyphen service. Now if you want kubectl get service, it is running on the same port. If you don't give the node port, right, it will allow a static IP randomly. Okay, if you mention it specifically, it will pick that. If you don't mention it this specifically, it will allow a port number in this range. Okay, the control panel will allocate a port from this particular range. Okay, let us execute now again to see whether we are getting the response or not. Copy the server IP and access this colon 32668. Perfect. This is also working fine. To be on same page, I'll run for Tomcat as well. Okay, cp nginx hyphen deployment. I'll say Tomcat hyphen deployment. Okay, vi Tomcat hyphen deployment. I'll say kind as deployment type. In the metadata name, I will mention Tomcat hyphen deployment. In the match labels, I'll change it to Tomcat. In the metadata labels also, I'll change it to Tomcat. And in container name I will say Tomcat. Container image, I will say Tomcat colon 8.0. The point I was trying to mention is with Minikube, you don't want to set up EKS, all these things. Minikube works as a local cluster. Okay, if you want to quickly do some practice, all these things, you can use Minikube and you can do the development, all these things on the Minikube cluster. I'm creating container port as 8080. Save this. Next, I want service as well. I'll create for this. Okay, inside service also I have to keep metadata name as Tomcat-service. Okay, this can be anything. I'm just maintaining the uniformity so that it will be easy to compare. Tomcat-service, selector app is Tomcat, and in the port is 8080, target port is 8080, and node port you can say 669 32669. Okay, let me allow this and allow this 32669 here as well. Run before that. Run deployment and service manifest YAML files. kubectl apply -f tomcat deployment kubectl get pods. Okay, tomcat deployment is running. kubectl apply -f tomcat service YAML kubectl. Service is also running. kubectl get service. Perfect. Service is using 32669, whatever we configured in the node port section of service YAML. Go here and allow the same 32669. Security group ID, edit inbound rules, SSH 32669. In case of EKS cluster or other default cluster, right, we will prefer load balancer. Save rules. Now copy server IP and say colon 32669. See, you will get Tomcat. Perfect. You are getting Tomcat. I hope this is clear. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel.